The world awoke to somber news on Easter Monday, April 21st, 2025. Pope Francis, the 266th Bishop of Rome and head of the Catholic Church, had passed away at the age of 88. The Vatican announced his death, which occurred at 7:35 a.m. local time. Pope Francis had become a globally recognized figure, known for his compassion, humility, and commitment to social justice. Born Jorge Mario Bergoglio in Buenos Aires, Argentina, he made history in 2013 as the first Latin American pope. He chose the name Francis in honor of Saint Francis of Assisi, the saint known for his humility and love for the poor. Throughout his papacy, Pope Francis emphasized a message of mercy, inclusivity, and interfaith dialogue. He challenged the world to address issues like poverty, inequality, and climate change. The news of Pope Francis's passing sent shockwaves around the world. Tributes poured in from world leaders, religious figures, and ordinary people whose lives he had touched. Flags flew at half-mast, and church bells tolled in mourning. Millions remembered his warm smile, his gentle demeanor, and his unwavering commitment to the marginalized. His life and work serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of compassion, humility, and service to others. Like, share, and subscribe to stay informed. Want to support our work? Join the channel. Your membership helps us grow and keep bringing you expert insights. Don't forget to check the links in the description for more helpful resources. Jorge Mario Bergoglio's journey to becoming Pope Francis was one marked by humility and service. He was born on December 17, 1936, in the Flores neighborhood of Buenos Aires, Argentina. The son of Italian immigrants, he grew up in a working-class family with 4 siblings. Young Jorge experienced the realities of poverty and social injustice firsthand, which would deeply shape his worldview and pastoral approach. Before entering the priesthood, Jorge Bergoglio worked as a chemist and a nightclub bouncer. In 1958, he joined the Society of Jesus, commonly known as the Jesuits, a Catholic religious order known for its intellectual rigor and commitment to social justice. He was ordained as a priest in 1969 and quickly rose through the ranks, becoming the Archbishop of Buenos Aires in 1998. He was known for his simple lifestyle, his advocacy for the poor, and his outspoken criticism of social injustice. In 2001, he was made a cardinal by Pope John Paul II. Little did he know that his life was about to take an extraordinary turn that would forever alter the course of the Catholic Church. The world watched in awe on March 13, 2013, as Cardinal Jorge Mario Bergoglio stepped onto the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica as Pope Francis. From that moment, it was clear that his papacy would be unlike any other. He captivated the world with his humility, warmth, and unwavering commitment to the poor and marginalized. Pope Francis's papacy was characterized by a profound sense of compassion and a deep-seated belief in the power of mercy. He emphasized a church that was open to all, regardless of their background, beliefs, or social standing. He broke with tradition by choosing to live in the Vatican guest house rather than the opulent papal apartments, washing the feet of prisoners on Holy Thursday and embracing the sick and marginalized. He called for a more just and equitable world, advocating for the rights of migrants and refugees and speaking out against human trafficking and modern-day slavery. His words and actions resonated far beyond the walls of the Vatican, inspiring millions around the world. Pope Francis was a tireless advocate for interfaith dialogue and understanding. His meetings with other religious leaders, including the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar and the Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew, were historic events that fostered a spirit of unity and collaboration. Pope Francis's influence extended far beyond the realm of religion. He emerged as a global leader, using his moral authority to advocate for peace, justice, and dialogue on the world stage. He played a pivotal role in brokering the historic rapprochement between the United States and Cuba after decades of estrangement. His efforts in advocating for environmental protection and addressing climate change earned him international acclaim. His encyclical Laudato Si', which addressed the issue of climate change, was hailed as a groundbreaking document that galvanized action on this critical issue. Pope Francis was a vocal advocate for peace in the Middle East, visiting the region numerous times and meeting with leaders from various faiths. He called for a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, advocating for the rights of both Israelis and Palestinians to live in peace and security. He challenged world leaders to put aside their differences and work together to address the pressing issues facing humanity. When Pope Francis ascended to the papacy, he inherited a church grappling with internal challenges and a rapidly changing world. He embarked on a path of reform, emphasizing dialogue, inclusivity, and a more compassionate approach to pastoral care. He sought to bring the church closer to the people, making it a more welcoming and inclusive space for all. He initiated reforms within the Vatican bureaucracy, aiming to make it more efficient, transparent, and accountable. He appointed cardinals and bishops who reflected his vision of a more inclusive and pastoral church. He emphasized the importance of listening to the voices of all members of the church, including women and lay people. Pope Francis's papacy was marked by a spirit of openness and a willingness to engage in dialogue on challenging issues. He believed that the church should be a field hospital for the wounded and a welcoming home for all, regardless of their past mistakes or present struggles. The news of Pope Francis's passing on Easter Monday sent shockwaves around the world, prompting an outpouring of grief and tributes from world leaders, religious figures, and ordinary people whose lives he had touched. From the streets of Buenos Aires to the halls of the Vatican, a collective sense of loss was palpable. In St. Peter's Square, where he had so often addressed massive crowds, mourners gathered to pray and pay their respects. Tears flowed freely as people recalled his warmth, his humility, and his unwavering commitment to the poor and marginalized. The Vatican announced that his body would lie in state, allowing people to say their final goodbyes to the beloved pontiff. World leaders paid tribute to Pope Francis, recognizing his contributions to peace, justice, and interfaith dialogue. President Joe Biden, Queen Elizabeth II, and other heads of state offered their condolences, highlighting his compassion, his moral leadership, and his tireless efforts to make the world a better place. Religious leaders from across the globe mourned his passing, recognizing his efforts to promote interfaith understanding and cooperation. As the world mourns the passing of Pope Francis, his legacy of compassion, humility, and service to others will continue to inspire generations to come. He will be remembered as the people's Pope, a man who lived his faith with authenticity and challenged the world to build a more just and compassionate society. His papacy marked a period of significant change and renewal within the Catholic Church as he sought to make it a more welcoming and inclusive space for all. His emphasis on dialogue, mercy, and pastoral care resonated with Catholics and non-Catholics alike, rekindling faith and inspiring hope in a world often fractured by division and despair. Pope Francis's unwavering commitment to social justice, his advocacy for the poor and marginalized, and his efforts to address climate change have left an indelible mark on the world stage. His call for a more just and equitable world where all people are treated with dignity and respect will continue to resonate long after his passing. May his memory continue to inspire us to build a world where all people can live in peace, dignity, and hope.